Humans rely on plants in many ways. Plants have always been used to fill the basic needs of our species, including food, shelter, clothing, and medicine. Botany is the study of plants, and ethnobotany studies how people in different cultures use plants. Intentional planting for harvest started about 10,000 years ago. They tamed wild plants, and farming brought settlements and more complex societies. Today, plants are important economic resources on a global scale. Rice, wheat, coffee, and sugar are all equivalent to billions of dollars. Pharmacology is the study of drugs and their effects. Many of the drugs are derived from plants. Scientists continue to find new uses of these medicinal plants. Alkaloids are potent plant chemicals that contain nitrogen. Many alkaloids are medicinal. Some alkaloids, such as Taxol, have anti-cancer properties. Others can treat conditions such as cough and high blood pressure. Today, many synthetic drugs are made by studying the compounds and chemicals of medicinal plants that were used in traditional cultures.
Are made of three basic cell types. Plant cells have cell wall, plastics, and a large vacuum. These are structures that the animal cells don't have. The three basic types of plant cells are parenchyma cell, collenchyma cell, and sclerenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells are the most common type of plant cell. It stores starch, oils, and water for the plant. You can find parenchyma cells throughout a plant. These cells have thin walls and large water-filled vacuoles in the middle. Parenchyma cells have the ability to divide throughout their entire lives. Collenchyma cells. Collenchyma cells have the range from thin to thick, providing support while still allowing the plant to grow. These cells are most common in the younger tissues of leaves. They are very flexible. Sclerenchyma cells. This type of cell is the strongest. They have a second cell wall that makes these cells very tough and durable. Many sclerenchyma cells die when they reach maturity. The cytoplasm and organelles of the dead cell disintegrate, but the rigid cell walls are left behind as skeletal support for the water conduct tissues.
The three tissue systems are made up of dermal, ground, and vascular system. A tissue is a group of cells working together to perform a specific function. Tissues of plants consist of simple tissues to form the basic cell types that are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Through this plasmodesmata, cells of a plant tissue can share water, nutrients, and chemical signals. A plasmodesmata is a neighboring cells that are connected to it through strands of cytoplasm that pass through openings in cell walls and concern living cells.
Dermal tissue system. A dermal tissue covers the outside of a plant and protects it. Epidermis is made up of live parenchyma cells in the non-woody parts of plants. On leaves and stems, epidermis cells may secrete a wax-coated substance that becomes the cuticle. The outer bark of woody plants are made up of dead parenchyma. Ground tissue system. A ground tissue is surrounded by the dermal tissue. Ground tissue system makes up much of the inside of a plant. It provides support and stores material in roots and stems. The leaves in the ground tissue system is packed with chloroplast where photosynthesis takes place. Ground tissue consists of all three simple tissues, but parenchyma is by far the most common of the ground tissue system. The ground tissue of cacti has many parenchyma cells that stores water, but it also contains mostly rigid sclerenchyma cells in their ground tissue. Vascular tissue system. The vascular tissue transports water, mineral nutrients, and organic compounds to all parts of the plant. A plant's vascular system is made up of two networks of hollow tubes somewhat like our veins and arteries. A xylem and phloem are networks that consist of different types of vascular tissues. A xylem is a vascular tissue that carries water and dissolves mineral nutrients up from the roots to the rest of the plant. A phloem is a vascular tissue that carries the products of photosynthesis through the plant.
What are the three types of plants? The three types of plant cells are parenchyma, sclerenchyma, and corynchema.
What are the three types of tissue systems?
The three types of tissue systems are dermal, ground, and vascular.
What are the functions of each tissue system? Dermal protects the plant.
Ground provides support and stores material in roots and stems.
Vascular transports water, mineral nutrients, and organic compounds to all parts of the plant.
What do ethnobotanists study? How people in different cultures use plants since the beginning of human history. What are some of the ways in which humans rely on plants?
Some of the ways are food, clothing, shelter, and medicine.
The three types of
What are the three types of cake?
Eso se corta, dale.
How people in different types of cultures use different types of ¿Estaba bien?
In different cultures.
Some of the ways are food, culture, blah.